Okay, I always like to sum it up or bring it home. So here it is for complex numbers. When you have a negative under the square root, pull out an I. So anytime you have something like the square root of negative, I don't even know, 25, that ends up being 5i. Or something like the square root of negative 10 is just I root 10. So regardless of whether or not you can break down that radical, if there's a negative underneath it, go ahead and pull out that I. Good. Make sure you are always writing your answers in standard form. Notice this is just a plus bi. There is no I squared involved. So anytime you see an I squared, you need to change that to a negative 1. And the I has to be in the back. Cool. When your problem starts with an I in it, treat it like a variable. So if it starts with a radical, then you do pull out an I, etc. Regardless of if it starts with an I in it or it's underneath the square root, you always have to write your answer in standard form. But if it starts with an I in it, just treat it like a variable. Combine like terms when you add and subtract. When you're adding or subtracting. Anytime you have an I squared, it's negative 1 when you multiply. The kicker is when you do your division, that is whenever you multiply by the conjugate. Good. All right, I look forward to talking about this in class with you. Cool.